tell me that this book got so freaking good. And I'm like, yeah, I want to be a personal trainer. I don't even go to the gym or enjoy working out. That's literally giving me the biggest ick ever. Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. So this video I'm so excited for because I am just deep into this era. It is going to be reading romance books for a week. I don't really have a set amount I want to read or what books really. I'm just kind of mood reading, and right now that mood is romance books. I don't really read romance books like back to back like this. Lately, maybe it's summertime because all I want is a fast-paced, easy book that I don't have to think much about. So with that, here is reading romance books for... Okay, that's it. The first book of this video is going to be Practice Makes Perfect by Sarah Adams. So something funny about this is last night I got like the urge to read this book, but I didn't think I owned it. And then I was cleaning my room and found it in a random backpack. So I was so happy, so I had to start it. Started Practice Makes Perfect by Sarah Adams. I'm flying through this book. I'm on page 161, which is crazy. I have to go get the oil changed in my car and it's supposed to take about an hour, so I'm definitely gonna bring this and get a huge chunk done. I wanted to explain like the premise of this book. It is the sequel to When in Rome. I would say you definitely should read When in Rome first. This book is about Amelia and Noah. Noah owns a pie shop. Amelia is a famous pop star, and she's basically escaping her life and fleeing to Rome, Kentucky, which is like a small, super cute town. And Noah has 3 sisters. One of those sisters is Annie. Yes, I had to check her name. And this dude is Amelia's bodyguard, which we love. So this one is super cute so far. Obviously I loved the town aspect and the family of this one because the small town that they're in is like really close knit, and you like love the characters and the town like all comes together for certain things. I guess the plot line of this one is Amelia tries to set them up because Annie is looking for love. She's looking for love. Amelia asks Will, the bodyguard, her bodyguard, to help Annie with dating advice. So that's kind of where that comes in. I'm really liking it so far. Okay, it's been a little bit and I am on page 251, so we're almost done. I am getting a little annoyed at this one part. So like, they both clearly have feelings for each other. They both know the other person likes them, but they do things that like postpone the relationship. Like, I'm not gonna say what they do, but like they both do things that like prevent them from being together. And it's just like, if you guys would just shut up and be together, then this book would be like 100 pages shorter. But I will say, I like cannot stop reading this, and I am reading this so fast. Like, I never read like this fast, but this is crazy. Like, it's so good. Her writing is like incredible, and I feel like all of Sarah Adams' other books I've read have been the same way, like just fast-paced and easy to read and you fly through them. I'm sorry about the lighting, but I just finished Practice Makes Perfect. So I finished it for like a while now, like probably a half hour or so. And when I first finished it, I was like, oh my god, 5 stars, literally incredible. After finishing it and like doing other stuff for like 30 minutes, I haven't thought about it since. We're gonna give it 4.25. 4.25. During it, I enjoyed reading it so much. It was so fast paced. I was ignoring literally every single flaw, but like looking back at it, I'm like, that could have been different or something like that. I'll kind of talk more about this in a wrap up at the end, but one thing I really liked about their relationship, I guess, is Annie was a big romance reader, and Will found that out and like actually talked to her about the books, did things that related to the books. And I thought that was super cute because I mean, sometimes people will just be like, oh, you need read romance, all that, and like kind of make fun of you for it, especially guys, I guess. And I just thought it was really awesome that he kind of embraced her hobby and definitely was supportive of it, because I feel like there could be more of that in the world. Okay, besties, I have started Flawless by Elsie Silver. This has been kind of going around for a while, and I've been wanting to read it because it's on Kindle Unlimited, and I just recently got Kindle Unlimited, and I've been thinking about canceling it because I haven't been reading on my Kindle, so this is perfect, so I can keep it for a little bit. But I'm on page 49, chapter 5, and honestly, so far, I'm not too into it. Obviously, I'm not that far, so, like, whatever. Too into it yet. Not too connected to the characters. I'm not really liking the guy in it. One thing I will say, it is dual POV, which obviously we love. And another thing, each chapter has started out with, like, text messages at the top, and I really love that, because I love text messages in books. Yeah, I just really like that. So, I'm gonna keep reading, and we'll see if it gets better. I'm just gonna quickly go through the premise of Flawless. Ignore my shirt. I'm in my sleep shirts because it's summertime. I don't leave the house much. So basically, the premise is the main guy, I think his name's Rhett. He is like a professional bull rider. So he is basically about to lose one of his biggest sponsorships. And the reason for that is like cringy. And so his manager's daughter, her name is Summer. Summer's sister's name is Winter. That's literally giving me the biggest ick ever. His agent is Summer's dad. And Summer's dad / his agent is like, dude, you need a babysitter. Like, you ain't losing this sponsorship because I need your money. And so he sends his daughter Summer, who's like a marketing intern or something with him, to basically babysit Rhett at his family's small town farm. I don't know if I'm really vibing with it, because usually if I'm not into a book like by the 50-page mark, it's a miss. I also like couldn't even tell you what the last 50 pages were about. Like, it feels like I read like 10 pages, but I read 50 somehow. Today I've literally only read those 50 pages I talked about earlier. Right now I have to go to work soon, so I'm eating quick little dinner, might read during it. That's what I'm doing. I'm not sure if I'm gonna read before work or after work. So this is the reality. Like, yesterday I read an entire book. Today I read 50 pages. Page 100. I rolled hard at something he just said. He said, there's even a maraschino cherry on top, plump and bright, and as I stare at it, I'm reminded of Summer's mouth. We're literally on page 70, boo. I'm not vibing with him. I'm so for real. I know he's like grumpy, like the enemy, but like the way he talks to people, like, and in this text at the beginning, I'm like, can't say I'd talk to anyone like that, especially if they're my manager, but it's fiction. My toxic trait is whenever I see something or read it, I'm like, ooh, I want to do that. So they're at the gym right now, and she's kind of like training him a bit, and I'm like, yeah, I want to be a personal trainer. I don't even go to the gym or enjoy working out or work out. But like, why do I think I could do it, and why would I want to when I don't even work out? Okay, y'all, I made it to page 107 or 26%. I might read a chapter or two more, but that is gonna end off this day. Hi besties, happy Wednesday. I'm gonna be so real. I am not vibing with this book. I'm on page 186 and I don't really like the characters. It's kind of boring. Dude, this book, I just can't. I want to DNF it, but I can't do that. Okay, so I would DNF this book right now, but I am still interested in like the bull riding storyline. I feel like their whole relationship is based on, oh my god, Summer's so pretty, oh my god, she looks so whatever. I feel like it's just physical and based on looks and all that. I don't really like this type of romance, I guess. I guess I'm definitely more like a wholesome YA romance girl. I'm gonna try and finish this book, and by finish it, I mean skimming it hard. Just got back from Target and I got my favorite candy, so I'm gonna munch and finish the book. I've been doing a lot of skimming. I've made it to page 324 and something interesting actually just happened. I'm like reading now fully. Now what the did I read that right? You've read this? Page 324? What okay, now I'm like actually kind of invested. Fully invested with these characters and like wasn't skimming this whole book, I would literally be on the floor like in shock crying right now. Who was gonna tell me that this book got so freaking good? What? Why did it get so good all of a sudden? Like, where was this the first 300 pages? When you get to the part where they say the title, I just finished the book. It did get better. It did get better. I need to compile my thoughts and we'll talk in the wrap-up section. Okay, y'all. Sorry about the lighting. I'm gonna start Highly Suspicious and Unfairly Cute. I know Talia Hibbert has some other popular series. I think Get a Life, Chloe Brown. I haven't read any of those, but I really want to read this one. I think it's at a summer camp, so it's gonna be perfect. It's like super short and I'm craving a short sweet read. I just actually read the back and I lied. I don't think it's a summer camp. It's a survival course in the woods. And this is funny because I did one of those. I did a Hunger Games camp where they taught us survival skills and we played the Hunger Games with water guns in the woods. So this is gonna be fun. I really thought it was a summer camp though, but that's okay. I'm literally on page 8. Literally read like 2 pages, but I just found something and I don't know how I feel about this. So I guess this is dual POV, but look. Well, apparently the POVs are gonna switch back and forth like in the middle of each chapter, and like that's fine. Like it's nice to get the POV like in the time it's happening, like get both at the same time. But like I'm gonna get confused. I can already tell you that I'm gonna be reading this and then not realize it switched over and be like, what? Good morning, everybody. It is Thursday. I am on page 67. I would love to finish it today, but we'll see if that happens. I realized I didn't tell you what it was about, so I didn't really know anyway. But basically, him and her, they're kind of like academic rivals, so they're competing for the same, like, it's like they go in this like wilderness thing and try to survive out there, and they get a full ride if they win. Excuse me, my dog's eating poop. But yeah, so they really want to get on this wilderness excursion thing where they like try to survive out there, I guess, because whoever like wins it gets a full ride scholarship. I'm assuming they both go on the wilderness thing, and the most of the book's gonna be there, and I'm excited for that because that should be actually really interesting because I've never read anything like it. But where I'm at now, they're not there. Okay, they are at the camp thing now. I don't really know what it is, but we'll see. Okay, I thought I'd give a little update. I'm on page 152, about halfway. This book's really floppy, which I appreciate. It's pretty good. I'm not like loving it though, but with like these little YA summary romance books, they're never like life-changing. Like I never like absolutely love most of them. They're just great, quick, easy, fun reads, and that's what this is, so that's good. Mine's also kind of thinking about other stuff, so I am a little distracted, but yeah, I really want to finish it soon. I definitely think I forgot to mention this, but they also used to be best friends in like middle school, I think, and now they are enemies. Friends to enemies to lovers. I just finished it. Probably a 3.5, 3.25. Like I said earlier, not life-changing, but still cute, sweet, simple. We'll talk more in the wrap-up. I was fully gonna finish this video this week and read this book next, but then I was reminded of a quote from the ACOTAR series. Hello, favorite darling. And now I'm rereading the ACOTAR series, so I don't really want to read this one. I want to just go into ACOMAF, but this is probably the one I remember the least. Morning, y'all. It is Friday, and I was gonna put this video on pause to reread ACOTAR, and I did start it. I got 80 pages in, and honestly I could binge this all today, but I really want to finish this video, and I just saw a TikTok of this book and I took it as a sign. So you're gonna start the Summer of Broken Rules. I don't really know how I'm gonna feel about this. I know it's about a game of assassin that they play. Obviously there's romance in it. It's set at Martha's Vineyard, which is so fun. So I'm really excited. Good morning, everybody. So today I decided to start the Summer of Broken Rules, and I'm literally on page 10. I just wanted to talk about what it's about. I feel like it's a perfect summer book. So Meredith and her family are going to Martha's Vineyard for the summer, and there's a wedding there, and her like whole family's there and everything, and they play a whole game of assassin. Obviously we think she falls in love, so it should be super fun. I've never read like a book where like a game's like the main plot, I guess, but I think it should be fun. I can't remember, in one book, I think it was To All the Boys I've Loved, they played a game of assassin in probably like the second or third book, and it was fun to read about, so I'm excited to see, especially on Martha's Vineyard. It should be cute. I'm just gonna sit outside and eat and read for a bit. It's like the perfect weather out to me anyways. It's like 50 something, and because it's early in the morning, but I love wearing like sweatshirts and sweatpants, and I can do that when it's like 50. Okay, I'm on page 50, and I am so invested in this. Like, I'm so excited about the assassin game. At first I was like, it's gonna be boring and confusing, but it is like so good, and we haven't even like got really started on the game yet. Made it to page 86, and I have to actually do some productive work, but it's like so hard to put this book down and stop reading. It's so good. The vibes in this book are just immaculate, and Obviously, it makes me wish I had like a beach house and was on Martha's Vineyard, even though that will never happen. Yeah, I can imagine it while reading. Okay, it is a while later since I've read. I'm on page 164, and one thing about this book that some people may not like, it is kind of insta-lovey. I'm not sure about the whole time frame of this book, but I'm on page 164 and it is day 3. So I'm assuming this is over like a week or two. So with that, it is kind of insta-lovey. Some people may not like that. I'm not having too big of an issue with that. I'm so invested in the story and these characters, but I could definitely see how some people would not like how insta-lovey it is. I'm crying over this quote. So they're going to the island for vacation and there's a wedding. So the bride and groom are talking and she goes, "What if I trip walking down the aisle?" And then he goes, then I'll trip walking back up it." That is too cute. Too cute. I love this book. Well, something just happened, and I definitely picked up on it a while ago, but I didn't know it was gonna be like this. Like in the last clip, I was like, oh my gosh, something just happened, and I've read like 20 pages since then, and I'm like starting to flip back. I'm like, did I skip over the part where that got resolved? Like, I'm not remembering when they talked about that or explained their sides. Like, I'm genuinely wondering if I skipped that or if we're just gonna, ignore it completely. I finished it. I feel like I could cry. I don't know why. Final thoughts in the wrap up. Hello everybody. I just wanted to come on here and do a quick wrap up session about books I read in this video because I feel like I didn't give too much thought into what I felt about them. First, I started this week reading Practice Makes Perfect by Sarah Adams. Definitely do need to read When in Rome first, I'd say. Otherwise, you're definitely gonna be a little bit confused on who's who, and honestly, When in Rome is just like fun enough and good enough that you like should. I gave this book, I'm still not sure what, 4 point something. The vibes, 5 out of 5. I loved all of the characters so much. Since it is set in a small town, you like learn about and get to know all of the other characters, side characters, the family, friends, all that. You get to know all of them and love them all, and they're all so funny, and it's just such like a close-knit town, and like you crave to be a part of it. Throughout this book, I was literally smiling and laughing the whole time. Sarah Adams is honestly a really good writer, and she has like funny stuff throughout, and you will literally smile and laugh. When I was reading this, I was like addicted to it and could not put it down. I read this in one day, and however though, now that I finished it, I haven't really thought about it much since. That's why it's kind of hard to rate, because it's like I loved it so much while reading it, but I haven't thought about it since. And then we went into Flawless by Elsie Silver. This did not go well. I had such a hard time getting into this book. I did not like the characters at all. The dude pissed me off, and the girl was just kind of like, she was fine. I also definitely felt that their relationship was based on physical things. Honestly, when I read the guy's POV, I got such big icks and literally wanted to punch him in the face and just tell him to shut up. The whole like reason they had to be put together, why he lost his sponsorships and stuff, was so stupid. And some of the things he said or thought literally just like, I'm getting like triggered, so Doug's like over here like comforting. Some of the things he just said or thought literally gave me the biggest ick ever. Like I'm gonna give this a 2.5 stars. Only because the ending did redeem itself. The last like 100 pages were actually really interesting and good. Not necessarily like I love their relationship, but the plot and like way that the story went was pretty good and entertaining. I do think other people would like it though, but the vibes in this book were so good. The small town, I absolutely loved that. I definitely want to read more like country small town romances, but this one just wasn't it for me. Let me know if the other books in the series are better though, because I like the world that it's in, but I didn't like the execution. Next we read Highly Suspicious and Unfairly Cute. This was just a 3-star read. Simple, easy, fun, nothing earth-shattering, nothing too memorable. I did want a little bit more out of this book. I thought it was gonna be summer camp setting, which is fine that it wasn't, but I would have liked that. And it did take me a while to get into, and some parts of it did kind of annoy me. So just a cute, simple 3-star floppy paperback, you know? And then my favorite book of this video, The Summer Broken Rules by K.L. Walther. I absolutely love this book. 5 stars easily. I, again, was addicting to read, couldn't put it down, super cute, all the summer vibes. Some parts of their relationship did go kind of fast since it was over the span of a week, but like I wasn't too mad about that, except for towards the end, like the 3rd act conflict or whatever. It was kind of like, I was like reading it, you saw it, but I was reading it and then something came up, I continued reading, and then like 2 pages later, it was like fine. Like they were acting like they were good. I'm like, so I went back, I'm like, did I miss where that got solved? But just like that didn't really take much out of my reading experience. I still love this book. I still give it 5 stars. I still really recommend this. The Game of Assassin vibe, so fun. I loved that aspect when I didn't really think I would. So that is everything for this video. If you guys want more like this, where I stick to kind of like a themed reading vlog, let me know, and let me know what you're reading this summer.